Hello, YouTube. This is your boy, the incredible shrinking bearded man, as also known as Jeff here. It's been a while. How you doing? I've hit a turning point here. It's about 7 months out of my first surgery, my skin removal surgery, and you can see here that it has it's been healing up pretty good. I got it done February 15th. Life has been very busy. I got a pretty awesome, amazing girlfriend. I've been working a lot, preparing for my next surgery, which is going to be pretty sweet. They're doing the belly on the next one here. And I've actually gained a hell of a lot of followers on Facebook, and I've been really meaning to get this YouTube channel up and going again. But I've been trying to figure out what I really want to do with it. And I believe what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to be as candid as possible and as real as possible. I think before my older videos, I was really like nervous and worried and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going to literally just freeball it and just do what I got to do because this is really awkward for me. But So one of my new followers on Facebook that keeps asking me about the diet I've been doing and what I'm going to be, the secrets to my trade or whatnot. I've done everything under the sun. I've done paleo, I've done keto, I've done plant-based vegan, I've done a more Mediterranean thing. And for like the last 45 days or so, I've been doing carnivore. Now, before you stop this video, hear me out on this here. I was extremely skeptical as well. Fuck, did that wrong. And I was always one of those guys where it's like, oh, carnivore is so stupid. Why would anybody do that? It's just, red meat. Your arteries are going to clog. Sorry if that messed up my audio there. Like, oh my God, your arteries are going to clog. You're going to die because of malnutrition and whatnot. When you look into the work of like Ken Berry and Anthony Chafee and all those guys, the carnivore diet doctors on YouTube, and also, damn it, the guy, I'm gonna think about this for a second. I can't think of his name right now. He's one of the OGs of carnivore diet. Anyways, when you look into their research and you look into what they're doing and how they're treating stuff, it's a pretty interesting concept that most of us, if we are consuming a ton of carbohydrates, are actually more than likely insulin resistant, and that we need to get the insulin resistance down in order to finally heal your body, in order to finally be able to be working metabolically well, to the point where we can actually maybe potentially handle some of those more inflammatory foods after we heal our bodies. Now, here's the deal though, is like I've been carnivore, like I said, about 45 days now. I have dropped about 14 pounds effortlessly. I'm basically just doing grass-fed meats, real butter, the grass-fed butter, some cheeses, raw cheeses here and there, not very often, and salt and fatty red meat. That's pretty much, oh, and pasture-raised eggs. I can't forget about the eggs because the eggs are phenomenal as well. So here's what's happened in the last 45 days though, which is really crazy, is my inflammation has went down tremendously. I have always been an inflamed guy. I have not had any ibuprofen for about 4 months now, which I've been taking ibuprofen like 3 a day, which is like 600 milligrams a day for like since I was old enough, like in high school still, because when I was heavy, I would take the ibuprofen, and then I finally got like factory work, and then I just kept taking ibuprofen, and my body has finally gotten a break from that, which is freaking amazing because like I can literally do an 8-hour shift at a factory job now. I'm 46 years old, and I mean, I hurt still, but I'm not nearly as bad as what I was. Used to be really gassy all the time, I used to have like these big, huge, explosive dumps like 3 times a day when I was eating all that freaking fiber. And I'm down to like one very easy stool a day, which is really weird. Sleep has gone crazy good. I was really shocked about that because when you listen to these YouTubers talking about, just like this guy right here, about their anecdotal experience on carnivore, you know, you're like, oh God, this is too good to be true, you know, this and that, like they're probably bullshitting you, whatever. But when you actually really start looking into it and you actually start doing it, which is, like I said, literally Redmond salt, fatty red meat, pasture raised eggs, and like tallow is like all I'm using right now. And when you put all that stuff into a chronometer, it's like you're getting almost 100% of everything except for like fiber and vitamin C and whatnot, which, you know, I'm going to do a yearly blood test here pretty soon, probably at the beginning of the year, just to kind of see where I'm at on my levels. Oh, itchy nose. Anyways, but yeah, I've been feeling so much better. My inflammations went down. Hunger cravings have went like plummeted. And I'm usually like a really, really hungry guy all the time. Like, and I did plant animal based for a while, which was the grass-fed meats and like fruit and honey and stuff. And even natural sources of carbohydrate sent me ravenous. I have always been a ravenously hungry guy. I've always like, just my appetite's always been out of control until starting this carnivore diet. I started lifting, and as you can see, I haven't been to the gym for about a week now because I got this damn bug sickness, whatever. But my point being, though, is if I'm just a guy, a normal everyday guy that has a job. I don't have a nutrition degree. I did go through a nutrition science for a bachelor's for that. But as far as like being a doctor, I'm not. I'm just some stupid dude on YouTube. But if you go through any of the YouTube videos and you look at any of the comments, you will see that there's a ton of people out there with the same exact experiences that I have. And it's so simple, though. It really is. Because all you got to do is like eat fatty red meat, salt, and like some eggs and stuff. I mean, you can go as far as like, you know, going keto and, you know, like incorporating low carb vegetables. But I am a firm believer now that after cutting out the even whole food carbohydrates, my body is now finally getting to the point where I can actually chill, and it's not like constantly trying to like get rid of all this damn sugar and stuff in my system, and it's actually like really working optimally like it's supposed to. And this is just after 45 days. Some people that are really metabolically unhealthy, it takes a long time to get your body back to normal. So with that said, here come February 5th is when my next surgery comes, where I'm getting the tummy tuck, the lipo, and I can even show you here now, like you know, I'm getting fairly leaned up, but there's also the belly I gotta take care of. And I'm hoping to have another at least like 20 pounds down by my next surgery in February, which will be about 4 months from now. And it's going to, I think it's going to be really well. I think it's going to go really well. And I'm really excited to see what the future holds. And if you are a new subscriber, if you've never watched one of my videos before, I used to be 550 plus pounds at my heaviest. I'm about 280 now, which I'm a very strong, muscular 280. I don't, you know, I'm always going to be a little bit of a chubbier guy, but they're even talking about removing probably 15, 20 pounds on the next surgery, just of the extra skin that's hanging down from all of the extra weight that I carried for so many years. But my recommendation, if you're struggling and if you've had a hard time and if you've done every other diet under the sun and had terrible results like I have, or like short-term results, or just to the point where You're just fed up. Carnivore is an amazing elimination diet. I would highly recommend it. Again, I am not a doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm pretty sure I've seen somewhere before where like 90% of the nutritional studies out there are industry funded as is. So, you know, there's not very many people out there doing research on carnivore-esque diets. Now, am I planning on doing this the rest of my life? I don't know specifically about that. My plan right now is to basically get healthy, get my insulin under control, which I'm pretty sure it is now, get to a normalized body weight, which I'm pretty sure will be pretty attainable by the time my next surgery comes in February, which is like 4 months from now. And we'll go from there and see how it is. I'm always playing around with diet. I am always tweaking things. I'm always changing things. There's a lot of things that we think are healthy that are not. There's a lot of vegetables and a lot of fruits that have oxalates, and they have all these like plant defense chemicals in there. And this is coming from a plant-based vegan of like 6 years. And I've noticed though that there's a lot of vegans transitioning to carnivore, but you don't really see very many carnivores going to plant-based. And I regrettably have to say that I think that plant-based nutrition, while it is good to cut out all the processed foods and all the junk and all the additives, I don't think it's sustainable long term though, because my mental health was starting to deteriorate. I was having sarcopenia where like my muscles were going away, like cannibalizing my whole muscle mass, and it was not good for me whatsoever. And doing this carnivore thing and lifting weights doing carnivore, the muscles just packing on. Weight keeps dropping off, the inflammation keeps going down, the brain fog's gone, sleep's getting so much better. And if you don't believe me, just try it, because I'm telling you right now, I was one of the biggest skeptics. There was actually a guy that used to follow my Facebook page. I used to give him shit all the time because he was like keto and, you know, low carb and everything. And, you know, keto's got a bad rap too, because most people think that they can just eat like, you know, cheese and processed meats and shit and, you know, be fine. But in reality, and seed oils too, which seed oils are just not one thing I even mess with at all anymore either. I try to stick to single ingredient foods, as natural as they come, as grass fed as they can come. You know, when you sit and think about it, like, we humans have evolved on mostly, you know, animal fats and muscle meat. You know, vegetables and fruits were, well, vegetables were more of like a starvation food, and fruits were like seasonal whenever we could get our hands on it. I mean, if you're hungry enough, you're going to eat whatever the hell you want. But ideally though, you know, like, I mean, even so many of these vegans though, I was one included, where like I wanted all the fake meats. I wanted stuff that tasted like meat. But with all that damn seed oils, you know, all those chemicals and seed oils thrown in there, it wasn't doing me any good, man. And, you know, it's like something like that was only sustainable for so long. And I really feel like a more animal-based diet, even if you include fruit and honey in there, it's way more, it's going to be way easier to, you know, keep the weight off and the inflammation down. Because, you know, in the long run, though, you know, we're all looking for, you know, a normalized body weight. We're looking for, you know, we want to look good in the mirror. But my mentality over the years has changed from, you know, I mean, you can smoke meth and lose weight. You can take this freaking Ozempic shit, or like get skin or get a bypass surgery and lose weight. You can not eat ever anymore and lose weight, but is it really that healthy for you? Probably not, you know. And a diet that sends your brain signals like, hey, we are nourished now, we are good, we're full, and then your body can actually like do the things it's supposed to do. And, you know, the protein for the building blocks, and like cholesterol, like our brains use cholesterol, all this stuff, you know, it's crazy to think about. But that's where I'm at right now. I would love to start, you know, keep doing more videos like this. If you have any questions, I'm probably going to do some YouTube lives just for like questionnaires and stuff or whatever. But if you have any topics of videos you'd like me to do, drop them below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, because I'm going to be doing a lot more YouTube content. Hopefully, life is busy, and I was making perfection of these videos more detrimental to the message than just getting on here and being myself and doing these. So, I mean, look for a more laid back kind of like, it's like a campfire, chit chat with me and you and everybody else, because, like, one of the biggest things I would love to do for people is to actually like inspire. I don't know about the educate thing. I can lead you to places to where like you might want to get more information. Like I said, Ken Berry, Anthony Chafee is a great doctor on YouTube. And for the life of me, I cannot remember this other guy, because damn it, he's really good too. He's Sean Baker. That's Sean Baker. Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot Sean Baker and Ken Berry. But yeah, if you get anything out of this, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, because YouTube's probably going to hide me in your algorithms, and Facebook does too. I got a Facebook page of the same name, Incredible Shrinking Bearded Man. I'm on Instagram with the same name. It's not hard to find me. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm a busy guy with everyday life. This is not my job. This is just, I do this to help and for accountability for myself. So anyways, thanks a lot. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you next time.